This is only going to be a quick one. I'm quite tired. Just had a bath, that's why my hair's gone curly. What are you two doing? Are you going to say hi? For those who don't know, we had a new addition. So we've got Jack, the green and red one, and Nana, because she looks like a banana because she's yellow. Are you going to say hello? Have you gone all quiet now instead of shouting? You're saying hi. Come on then. No, you're sitting up there. No. No. Put that. Well, I've asked you if you wanted to speak. Anyway, let's see if a few more people come in. I'm not going to be on for long. I'm going to try, because I always say this and end up for like thousands of hours on here, so no. It's just a little message for Monday. I sort of repeat myself from before, but I'll wait to see if a few more people come in. Because I have new people. And just let me check. Hi, Dee. Oh my God, what am I doing? Right. Okay. So, charging my phone. I was going to show you something. I'm not going to be able to. So, hi, Josephine. I think it's Josephine from my area. I'll just wait and see if a few more people say hi just before I shout out. While I'm waiting, I'm going to do these cards because I didn't do these cards this morning, but I did pull these cards this morning. Angels of Atlantis Oracle cards, and they're the where does it orbs, because it is the celestial bodies above with all their energies, how we receive. And the three that came out in order was Benediction, Gabrielle, Angel Gabrielle. Benediction is like asking for protection, like praying, asking for healing, going up to the divine. And I guess that's what we are doing. Protection and healing we all have. Raphael, and there's two Raphael ones, and it was Raphael I always see is like heart centre anyway, because it's green, emerald green. Heart is green. And then you think of earth when you think green. Cleansing. We know we're all cleansing crap out of ourselves. We're trying to get on better diets. We're trying to cleanse negative thoughts. We're trying to cleanse negative energies and past, crap. Also, I said yesterday with the whole, I know people have different perceptions on this, the whole sunset that we're seeing. Some people go, no, it's because of the fires, this, that, and the other. Well, fire's still cleansing, as bad as it can look in some ways, as we know. They're not all natural fires. There's people going around setting fires. We're not going to be oblivious to that, but I'm saying cleansing, as within, so without. And then after that one, it was Raphael again, Earth Force, green, Earth, Gaia, green, you think of Earth, green, Raphael, heart, chakra, heart energies, Earth. Well, there is an Earth Force. We're all an Earth Force, putting our forces out there, our intentions, our magic, our chi, our force, our, bringing it all in. And it has got the, oh God, I forget what it's called now, the tour, Glastonbury. But yeah, Earth Force, which to me is still a lot of healing, but Earth Force is coming in, so that to me is like new earth coming in. It's already here. We're already manifesting it. Just got to be holding space for it. So that's that. And then at the end of this chat, I will show you the Starseed Oracle. So I'm just going to get going because I want to go and chill. I'm not going to be on long. This is just a shout out again. Hi to the new people that have come over because I've now got 4,000 subscribers. So that's brilliant. And you all seem like lovely people that have come over and said hi. Obviously from Charlie's Ward, so a big shout out to Charlie. I think I said this morning that I believe the channel's gone down for 7 days. YouTube stopped it for 7 days. We all knew there's a lot of censoring going about, the censoring going around everywhere. Little bit like Twitter, you know, and Twatter, we should call it, and Facebook with Mark Efferberg, I like to call him, Berg, because he is. Because they like to censor everything that's coming out because they don't want people to know, because it keeps them in the dark. That's why it's dark to light. It means truth. We're out of the dark ages, you know, sleeping. Also, Twitter Twatter like to think they're fact checkers, and everyone gets very mixed up going, fact checkers. No, they're not fact checkers. You're a fact checker if you're an author, say, of a book, because you have to check that the facts are right in the book. Twitter was never put out as a fact checker. It's not a book. The people who run it is not a fact checker. That's what people need to go and find the facts on. It's not a fact checker. It was never made for that. It was made for everyone to put their own opinions on and tweet out to communicate free speech, basically. So when people start saying, oh, it's a fact check, well, that's right, because you've got to put the fact that, no, it wasn't made for that. So that's what people have got to get over. It's not an author, so it doesn't need to be fact checked. It's just people's opinions. That's what Twitter was for. That's why Trump uses it, because it's not meant to be a fact checker. Anyway, moving forward, because this is what I've put on the title. I think I put moving forward. I don't know, I put something about what would your response be, as in, to all the people again, hi Stephen, anyone listening, all the newbies that may be watching this after, thank you for coming over and resonating with, obviously, someone, maybe all of the stuff I say, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm writing everything, I'm just saying we all know there's something going down. So whether you came through your truth through this, Q, or something else, because it's not like you needed to come through Q to know a lot of the 3D illusion that's going on. A lot of people have known that for years, but what I've always said and always will say is Q was only something bringing that information out. You might have known way back, because a lot of people did, bringing it to the masses slowly, trickly. It was a tool for people to use. It's not a psyop. It's not fake and bringing spiritual people down, because reported today, first thing, someone sent me something, but when I actually went on my phone, it was the first thing that popped up on Google. I can't think why, if you don't know what Google is, saying that some spiritual yogi teacher in the New York Times has said that, I'm going to read it out actually because it was laughable. I'd like to have a chat with this person. I'd love to have a chat with the New York Times and this so-called yogi teacher. That's only because a load of spiritual people go, oh my god, he's a yoga teacher and he's spiritual, therefore he's telling us that Q is fake, and you know, it's not a very spiritual thing to be, you know, getting people to wake up and see their traumas. That's what most people think, and they regurgitate that because they think spirituality is only sitting in the light. Well, you're wrong. It's not. You've got to also look at your shadows, and that's what's coming out en masse. Seems like a bad thing. I've been through it, but it actually isn't. So, gallery. So I'm actually glad this person posted it. And then, like I said, I just went over to the phone and it was there, the first thing. But they put the first thing up because it subliminally goes in people's minds, oh, it's that QAnon thing. It's not real. We all knew the news were going to start reporting on Q. And if no one knows what mainstream media is, that means the New York Times, the BBC over here, the TV, Netflix, by the way, Netflix putting cuties out, which is absolutely disgusting. People still not getting it. So they put out, where is it? I think it was something like, yeah, something about this yogi teacher. And then it said, On Sunday, they posted a wellness community statement accusing a QAnon of taking advantage of our conscious community with videos and social media steeped with bizarre theories and mind control and information. Really, the conspiracies that aren't conspiracies because the world's kicking off about it. It's like, yeah, okay, we do believe you're not. And then it said they put like this little quote thing in, like people responding to it. And it said, "We want to have a heart-to-heart with you about the group QAnon. Come and have a heart-to-heart with me." Because the thing is, they might have put this in the paper, but there was nobody saying much about it. You know, they didn't have anyone on the opposite side because they never do. It's just their agenda. QAnon. Some in the wellness community have joined this group. Yeah, I'm one of them. And we are greatly concerned. Don't be concerned. I'm more concerned about you. This statement is to warn you about the dangers of the group, which is utilising tactics that resemble cult psychology. Cult. There's that word again that they always throw out there, because soon as someone sees the word cult, they do a runner. Oh, it's a cult. No, it's a group of patriots worldwide, and it's the only cult that gets you to research, think for yourself. Do you know what I mean? Research, question everything like you should be doing, and be a critical thinker. So, yes, what an absolute crock of crap. They also said something about, oh, hang on, let me find it. Just made me laugh. So, the other bit to it was, they also said, apparently it was telling us that how it was cleverly targeting women and mothers. I was a mother when I came into Q with children, obviously, and people trying to be more spiritual. So it was telling us how cleverly it was targeting women and mothers and people trying to be more spiritual, written by spiritual people. I was like, yeah, well, 17 in the house, Q's in the house. Well, I was a single mum at the time. I've got kids. It woke me up to trauma, and then it got me through, and then it brought me through the other end in the light of spirituality back there again. Not that I was ever really separate, I'll talk about that in a minute, and brought me back to source, me, myself, and my higher self, me, myself, and I. So that is an absolute crock of crap. It only drags you down if you stay in the rabbit holes or the holes or whatever of looking and research and never coming out of it. This is why I'm saying today, this is why we're going to go forward. So that is rubbish. People that like to think for themselves will make their own minds up. Yes, they will. But this is the thing. That's a newspaper, the MSM, with someone just spouting out about what they think QAnon is. But because he's a yoga teacher and he's spiritual, that's what they classed him as. People will believe that and think it's some great, what did they say? Cult. Didn't speak to me. They can have a heart-to-heart with me. Hi, Effie. They can have a heart-to-heart with me. But they haven't put anyone else's opinion on the other side of it, have they? Because we're not the terrorists running around. That's Antifa. Yeah, that's Antifa. But you know, if the news are talking about QAnon now, which they are, and we knew they would, it's a crock of crap. What are you doing? I just said to you two, do you want to speak? Do you want to speak? Oh no, we've gone all quiet again now. Yes? No? Right. Do you want to be on camera? I would let them out, but Nana takes ages to get in the cage because she's quite new. So like I said, all the new people that have come over, thank you very much, and I hope you've resonated with something. But I hope one thing you've resonated is with energy, because this is all about energy. And if you're just coming new into the whole chat of even Q, if you just come into the whole chat of energy, it does get a bit confusing sometimes. And you will hear the word, yeah, Nana, because she looks like a banana. When you start hearing the words, the shift, the ascension, timelines, this, that and the other. They're all the same word to me. It's energy. It's the energy that you're holding and the energy that you're in. You know, the ascension. It's a higher state of consciousness. It's a consciousness we're going to a higher state, more positive energy than the negative energy we've had for a very long time. That's all it really is. But you'll hear a lot of people, you think people are woo-woo talking about that. That's the way I talk, because that's the way I understand it. People talk about 3D because 3D is the physical illusion world, which is the materialistic world that we're in. The reality that is an illusion, because a lot of it, I'm not saying every single bit of it, but a lot of it, I'm not saying there isn't good in it, because there is. A lot of it is bullcrap. And we've had the wool pulled over our eyes. And that's why everyone's getting a bit, at the minute, because they're having themselves pulled out of their own little bubbles. Some people might be comfortable in them bubbles, but where the future's going to go is going to be a lot better than it ever was. But we have to get shaken out of our comfort zone, and people don't like change. But changes are coming. Hi Janine, God bless you and your family. Can't wait till this is over, because people and family I know think I'm mental. Well, this is what I'm talking about, Robert. A little bit today, but more on Monday, because I'm going to do the Mindset Mondays like I've been doing. I think I missed one out the other week, but this is just a little chat to all of you that are new, that are coming to me. So, my name's on YouTube, Dolly Daydream. My real name's Janine. Dolly's a nickname. Everyone thought I had my head in the clouds. Obviously, I didn't. I came through Q at the beginning, well, just at the beginning of 2018. I think Q dropped to the people October, November, I think it was 2017. My dad, basically, this is just a quick run through because a lot of people have heard it. My dad got me onto it because I was sick of seeing the news and sick of, I couldn't understand, what world we were living in, because I've always been connected to source anyway. I've always believed in certain things and people can laugh, I don't really care. Elementals, you would say fairies, elementals, it's all energy, it's all interdimensional, it's all dimensions next to us and around us all the time. But anyway, it's not like I didn't believe in that. So it wasn't that I wasn't awake to that side. I wasn't actually awake to the real reality, or the so-called real reality, because actually it's not. The illusion of the reality I thought I was in, the 3D, the physical realm that we're in. Woke up to that with a big slap in the face. When I woke up to Q, my dad got me on that. I was following a channel called We The People 24/7. You know, they had a Daddy Dragon on, if anyone knows him from the UK. He's got a channel, Daddy Dragon, always does the Constitution is the solution. And there was the great Gran Torino in Ireland who's doing stuff in Ireland, because obviously this is worldwide. It's not a USA thing. It's not a British thing. It's worldwide. That's why there's lockdown and we're all in it together. Things going on behind the scenes of that. Not saying there isn't a so-called virus, you know, of a common cold and someone let it out. We're saying it's bull crap on what they've been reporting, the numbers and all that. But I'm not going into that because that's not the timeline I'm talking about, or where they want us to go. And then gradually I went through the anger stages, the made to look like a nutter stage. I've had trolling on here, obviously, because I'm on YouTube. I've had friends not wanting to know, people staying away, arguments. At the beginning, not so much now. Still a bit. It's still frustrating because it's confusing to people. But I went through the absolutely being like a zombie stage, because I couldn't believe it. You know, with all the stuff, the horrible stuff you'll find out about. Hi Rachel, the horrible stuff. The changes coming. We have to. Yeah, we do. I'm in a work. So I've been through. This is what I can talk about. I've been through all that. I've been through the upset, the trauma, the despair, the sadness, the heartbreak with the kids. But you've got to know what's being done now is stopping that. So, you know, we can't dwell too much on the past. We're doing this now for the future, but it's all about the now. Went through every single emotion you can go through. Crying for 2 weeks, anger. I just wanted to smash everybody's heads together. I'm telling the truth. I wanted to smack a red pill round everyone's head. You look at people like, oh my God, why can't you see what we can see? Oi! 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 But are you talking to each other now? Right. And everyone's on their own journey. Do you mind? Just asked if you wanted to have a chat. So yeah, so everyone's on the journey, so they'll do it differently. But what I'm trying to say is, if you've only just woke up to queue. You don't have to be awake and coming through queue, but I'm saying, if you're just finding out about stuff and you're like, oh my God, I feel really angry, I can't see why my neighbour's not waking up, my mum's not waking up, my dad, my sister, my kids, my best mate, and they're all falling out of you. Hi Lois, and all that sort of stuff. I found Q very early, within 2 weeks. I knew it was real. Yeah. And I knew it was real. You could feel it. And what I'm saying as well is, if you've only got into Q recently or this year, you're not going to see what we all saw nearly 3 years ago. When people say they want facts, it's very hard to say to people, we saw certain things coming out in the news back then that started trickling out back then and now and for now. So we've seen loads of totally different things, like the Kavanaugh thing, loads of different things that we saw then that we can't say to people, here it is, because it's already been done. But these people that have been brought up, they've all of a sudden disappeared, like Ginsburg, the whole Kavanaugh thing with the lady Ford who was lying her ass off. We saw that in real time, live in the courts in America. So that's why no one can really tell me who hasn't been into it. It's like, but we saw it, and they'll go, well, no, because you haven't been on it from the beginning. So I'll come into chat in a minute. So if you have only got into it, brilliant, but it's sort of done now. But that doesn't mean, like, you're still waking up. But what I'm trying to say is, if you've only just started waking up, or this year, and you're going through that whole process of, oh my God, I feel like crap, my family think I'm nuts, my best mate think I'm falling out with people, my husband thinks I'm bonkers, my wife thinks I'm bonkers, my girlfriend, my boyfriend, blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is, because this is what happens, just breathe. Just forget at the minute trying to wake anyone up, because I had this problem. I used to go around shouting and all that. I don't really now, because it's really hard and people get really triggered. But the thing is that I've been saying for months and months, beginning this year, even last year, people are waking up. People are waking up more and more. It doesn't matter. It's happening. The mainstream media are hanging themselves. That's why Trump does what he does, and he gives them the rope to hang themselves. That's what they're doing. More people are scratching their heads because of what they're putting out. Glad I found my path to be here. Thank you. Is it Angela? The more crap they put out, even with the virus, if the numbers not adding up, this, that, and the other, despite what anyone thinks of that, the second wave of lockdown is a second wave of awakening. The more crap they put out, the more people wake up. How can a virus be that intelligent? It's going to know whether to not be around 6 people, but it's going to go after you when there's 7. And if you're a school kid, it's very intelligent. It knows, it can sense if you're a school kid. So it must smell you. I don't know what it does. It's very intelligent that when you're eating out and take your mask off, it just stands there and goes, oh, hang on, Dolly's eating. Dolly's eating outside. Don't go there. She's having something to eat and drink, so we'll just sit here. And as soon as she puts a mask on, we're going to chase her. When she gets on a plane and goes on holiday and you take your mask off, all them people on the plane. But when you take your mask off to drink and eat, it's going to sit there and go, oh, hang on a minute. Oh, she's took her mask off. Hang on, we'll just have to wait a minute. Get ready. It's like, hello. Are people waking up? Oh, yes, they are. There's a lot of funny memes going out. The funny memes wake people up because people are actually, it does sound ridiculous. And then when they put it out on Monday, it was like Thursday or Friday. Oh, we're going to put this out on Monday, these new guidelines. Not law, by the way, guidelines. It's not law. That's what people get mixed up with. You need to go and check your constitution, your laws and everything else. So they go, we'll put it out on Monday. All right, so I thought it was getting higher again. But it's all right, because we're just going to tell the virus to hang out over weekend and we'll put it in on Monday. Doesn't really make sense, does it? No matter what people think on what side, it's like, it doesn't make sense, does it? Well, are you really waking up, or is it all a dream? Oh, we always have one, don't we? So, yeah. Reality is a dream, mate. So, there you go. So, like I keep saying, I'm just here to say, you will go through all the emotions of heartbreak, this, that, and the other, getting frustrated because your family aren't awake, or, your boyfriend, girlfriend's going mad, whatever it is. Don't worry about it. Come November, watch a massive change. You're still going to see some crap, and you're still going to see a lot of people losing their shit when they find out. Because You are going to be there to help those people get through it because you got through it. Everything is how you're going to respond in the next few weeks, months, and even the next couple of years. Because don't think when this just comes out in November, that's it. It's not. The truth, massive truth bombs are going to be hitting, the ones that we want to see. Some of the stuff won't be. It'll be up to you, I believe, to know or go and looking at the stuff. You don't need to look like people shout out, well, we want to see the kids. Do you really want to see the kids? How sick are you? No privacy for the kids then, is there? You'll see certain things, I believe, but some people out there are like, when's the Gazara coming in? When we getting our money? When we doing this? When we doing that? That's the wrong way to be, because that's not how we manifest things in. If you didn't know that, people shouting that out is not living in the highest vibration of bringing it in. Because if you know about manifesting, which I will be talking about again, so I'm not going into it now, is you don't put in when we getting. It's already here. That's how the fifth dimension is here. That's how the higher state of consciousness, that's how we're bringing that new earth in. That's already here. You're living it like it's already here. Not when's it coming. Doesn't work like that. That's if you understand about energy. Anyway, so like I'm saying, when this, people are scratching their heads now, but when this bigger stuff drops, when people wake up and go, oh my God, you weren't mad, it's not a conspiracy, because it's not a conspiracy, is it? People need to wake up and stop calling people conspiracy theories, because if you look around the world right now, properly doing your research and looking at the right places and not MSM, and you're seeing alternative news and people filming where they live, you'll see people marching, doing it all over the world, so it isn't a conspiracy what's coming out. People are resigning. So in China, what's that? So where is it? Let me just find it. That's why I say people need to do the research. I don't put up for stupidness in chat, so bye bye. A few days ago, the Japanese Prime Minister, I don't even know how to say his name, resigned. And just now, all Japanese government officials resigned. If you add to the Lebanese government have stepped down too. More to come, loads more. So don't tell me nothing's going on, because it is. You know, when people are looking. So, this is what I'm saying. It goes from moving through all your emotions, all the energy that's coming up in you with the information that's coming out. How are you going to respond come November, let's say, when more big truth bombs drop? When your family and friends turn around and go, oh my God, this is some of the stuff you were saying. It's not really to turn around and go, yeah, I told you so, even though we'd love to say it. It's more like, yes, now I can help you get through it because I went through it. That's how I can talk about it. I'm still smiling. I'm very happy. I think it's a wonderful world. I think it's been lessons. It's more to do with a lot of other stuff that people are either realising now or getting into or getting confused about, is the source, is we are all energy, light, vibrations. We are more powerful than they say we are. It's to do with God, energy source, hiding that away from us. People say the world's been an evil place. It hasn't. We've just been duped and been told that we're not as powerful as we are, so we don't take back our earth and we don't take back our true history, which will be coming out as well, and lots of technology and all that stuff that I'll talk about another time. But yeah, I said he's going put in YouTube jail for 7 days. Yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Don't worry about family and etc. waking up and thinking you're mad. Just hold space for them. Just realise, like we all have done, I've gone through this, where you want to smash everyone around the head with a red pill. They just don't see what you see at the minute. They're going to, and they will come to you after that. So just hold space and think, right, if you can't speak to them at the minute, whatever, just be nice, go and do something you like, and just hold on to the fact that November's nearly here. They will be asking people, and more people waking up, but also remember, it's going to be tough, because a lot of people are going to be losing their heads. And more, some people could take their lives because they don't understand. That's why people say, how can it be a spiritual awakening if people are going to, well, put it this way, if Hillary had got in, there'd be more people dying than there is now. We are in a war. It's just a war of information. We've been kept in the dark. So we are in a war. It's just not the wars that we've had in the past, like World War I and II. I mean, we know why a lot of people don't even know about that history and what we really went to war for, blah, blah, blah. Not going into that, but It's a different war. It's not a war of dropping bomb. I know it is in some countries, but I'm saying we know why they're still keeping things in other countries of warring with other countries to do with kids, resources in other countries they don't want, and keeping other countries down, in poverty. We know that. Well, we want abundance for the world, for Earth, everybody. There's no need for war. There's no need for raping resources off countries. We're all sharing. There's no need for anyone to be in famine or anything. This is what it's going to. So this is where I say again, you've got to hold space for these people. Don't worry about it too much because it's coming. As always, late to the party. Oh, woke up. I can't even say that. Yeah. So, like I said, I wrote this down. I don't normally write things down. I'm not normally organised at all. I just say it as it is. So, these people are alive. JFK Jr. Yeah, well, there's some that I think, yeah, there might be, there might not be. We don't know because we don't know yet. But I definitely know JFK Jr. is alive because I've done videos on it. I've done numerology on it, and we've actually seen him. But that'll all come out in the end anyway. So we'll see what's what and who's who and who's been in the dark and who's not and who faked the deaths and whatever. That's all to come. It'll be very exciting. Hi, Elisa. Hi, Joe. California. Yeah. So I just wrote down. Let me see if I can write this because I can't even read my own writing. Yeah, I believe many are alive. Right. My wake up to the physical illusion of 3D. That's the physical reality. This physical reality that they like to tell us and control us in. Pushed me into my non-physical reality, spirituality. It pushed me more into it. I was never out of it, but it just pushed me right more into it because of it. To have faith, not in a religious way, to have faith. Yeah, say hi to each other because there's new people in here, which to me is 3D. What have I put there? Yeah, balanced in the two. So to me, it's like 3D, the physical, balancing with the spiritual, which in a sense, you could say 4D. With them two balanced to go into 5D. Many people say, oh no, it's not that. It's going into there and then to 5D. But I'm just saying it sort of like that. Well, them two merge because they took us apart. This is like science and spirituality merging together, heaven on earth. Magic. But magic is science. They just used to call it magic. It's science. We have pseudoscience, which is fake. Hi, Lois. But it's the two realms, the physical and the spiritual. They've tried to always disconnect us from that. We're never not connected from source. It's just they've tried to make us feel like we have, and they've distracted us to celebrities, greed, money. Not that money's a bad thing, because that's what people get confused with. Money is an energy. It's an energy. If you're, say, like I've said on here now and again, because I'm not monetized, or if you want to give a coffee donation, you can give a coffee donation, and sometimes the mods will put my PayPal in. All that is an energy. I come on here to give you my energy. Sometimes I've been on for 2 hours, 3 hours to talk about this stuff to help people. It's just an energy exchange. So when someone goes, 33, Christ conscious, when someone goes, oh, and I'm not saying people have to, it's your own free will, do you know what I mean? Because I used to think it was a bad thing, and it's not. It's just someone going, oh, I'd like to give a coffee donation and giving a bit of energy back because that's the only way, I want to give something back. It's just an energy exchange. Hi, Jojo. So, this is what we're learning about. We're learning about energies and what we've not been taught about ourselves, our energy fields, how energies affect us. That's why the news put all the crap out, because it sends you in an emotion, anger, not that much happiness off MSM. It's mostly anger and fear, and then you feed into it, and then your immune system goes down, and you get ill, and then you go on big pharma, and then you get pains in your bodies and stuff like that. When you get pains in your bodies, it's energy that's not being released. Yeah, well, you would hear new age stuff, would you? Your new age is not new age; it's old age, isn't it? But most people do say that. Most people regurgitate that. That's that thing. Yeah, there is nothing new under the sun. You sound like someone I know. There is nothing new under the sun, but this isn't about that. This is telling the people that don't know. So if you do know, and, I don't know why people come in here and do that. You're just trying to be distracting, but this is what people are like. They just sit there and regurgitate, think that they know it all. It's not that. It's trying to help other people realise certain stuff. It is new to some people. It's new to a lot of people, actually. So put that out there. And like I said, it's just going to a higher state of consciousness. When you go to a higher state of consciousness, there is going to be a new earth, a better way, because you can only go to love. You can't be going around hating, murdering, stealing, being jealous, doing this, doing that, because a higher state of consciousness, you don't do that. We're all moving to that slowly. It's not an easy thing because, you know, we're still a bit judgy. We go in our ego, this, that and the other. I still do. We still do. People life, they go, oh yeah, I just ascended straight there, straight away. No, you didn't. Because you're going to get very triggered as the months go on. You're going to get very triggered. It is a very triggering time. We're shifting. That's why I said before, you'll hear the words new age. You'll hear the words ascension, shift. What's the other one they use? New earth. It's all a shift in energy. When you're coming out of crap energy and you're releasing a lot of stuff you don't need anymore, you will shift your mindset. You will shift your energy. You will start flowing because you're not stuck in that anymore. And when the thing is with all this coming out, though it's not nice, when you start to realize how the world has been working, you start to come out of the fear, because they all do that just to put you in the fear. Not easy this day and age, but I'm betting heavily on there still. There is decent people. I see them all the time. I talk to them behind the scenes. I'm meeting them in real life. I've met them in real life. They're all over the world on the platforms, different platforms, all over. All putting good stuff out there. Synchronicities that I've had today with stuff of what I'm talking about now, about moving forward, as in the healing section of it. Because it's all right, everyone's saying, people say this to me, well, what's going to happen if all this stuff does come? I mean, it's not if it's coming out, it's already coming out, you can see it. But the bigger things, this is what people don't understand. Has anyone thought what happens? It's solution time. It's healing time. It's how you're going to how are you going to respond when the shit hits the fan properly and the masses come out the coma? And your family are like, think about it, how you felt when you first found out about the kids and other stuff, where you're thinking, this is like out of a horror film. When they go through that and go, oh, and you're like, and they're looking at you like, why are you so calm? It's like, it's just a process you've got to go through. It's a trauma. What I will say to people is, go and Google right now, what is the opposite of trauma? Because this is why people say to me, why would they do this? It's not the light side. It's not spiritual. Oh, yes, it is. When you go in a shit place, it makes you move forward. I know loads of people, when you hit rock bottom, you end up coming out of it in the end at some point because you went through a trauma. It kicked your ass and moved you forward. Go and Google the opposite of trauma. And this is why we're having the trauma. This is what people don't understand. They don't get it. It's so hard to explain sometimes, but I know a lot of you will understand what I'm saying because you'll resonate with it. What is the opposite? I know it's Google, but what is the opposite of trauma? The opposite of trauma, noun, is healing. Healing. So we're in trauma, but the opposite of how we're going to respond is we're going to heal. We're going to all help each other heal worldwide. It also says, what is the opposite of traumatized? The opposite is aided, assisted, calmed, completed, delighted, helped, ordered, pleased, satisfied, soothed. That's where we're going to. So anything that comes up in your life, write it down. And then write the opposite down and go to the good opposite of it. Through the trauma that's going to happen and is happening, we are going to go to heal. This is why I keep talking about healing and the dream that I had about healing. And this is why I said I'm sticking to the Monday mindsets and we're going to talk about healing, because when this happens, the big stuff, it's how you're going to respond. If you're going to respond in fear, you ain't going to be no good to your family. I've said this before. Weeds, this is a metaphor, whatever. Weeds in the garden take over, and lovely flowers can't grow and bloom towards the sun and the light because there's too many weeds. So us gardeners of the earth have got to go in and pull them weeds out because there's just too many and it's not in balance. If we left all the weeds to take over, there'd be no beautiful flowers budding. It'd be very dark because there'd be too many weeds. Dark to light, people. The people, dark to light also means the truth is coming. We've been in the dark because the mainstream media have been trying to monetize us to keep us away from the truth. But it has to be shown, and it has to be shown within yourself. So when we're traumatized, also, it's the work you're doing within. It's your traumas from past lives that you're getting rid of as well. It's you to see your shadow self and look in the mirror as well at other things and let it go. Yeah, but Dagon, Rachel knows about how deep it goes. We all know on this channel. If you're new to my channel, you'll just get chucked out soon. We know about the brainwashing, and we're not on the timeline of never wake up, the lies run too deep. Because what I will say is I'm sick to death of people like you who sound like the New World Order people who moan about it all the time and say they're not seeing people waking up. If you want to go on that timeline, go on that timeline, because that does not manifest it in. That just goes on that timeline because you sound like you're in fear. Because most people who constantly go on about the negative are the people who are fearing. Just saying. And that takes you down that timeline. So if you know about energy, you should stop spouting the negativity of it. Some people say the negativity of talking about the Q stuff. That isn't negativity. That's light and truth. It's how we respond. I talk about the positive all the time of where we're going with this. The new age, the new world, the age of Aquarius, the golden age. It's all the same thing. It's a massive shift in consciousness. And there's lots of people that still go on about the New World Order and a blah, blah, blah. Oh, and the FEMA camps. The FEMA camps were originally made for people for when things happen with the weather and that, to go there. It's not what Hillary Clinton obviously put it in for, but she didn't get in, did she? And she ain't ever going to get in because we know where she's going. So I'm just saying, I don't put up with people talking about that because you're talking about that timeline. If you don't know that words or spells and stuff like that, you're talking about that timeline. We're not talking about that timeline anymore. We're getting off that timeline and we're being in the now with what we want to bring in. You've got to hold space for it. So quit talking about it. We're not looking at that. Most of us who've been in my chat for a while, because if you knew, you won't know. We know about all that. We don't need to go down. We know it runs deep. It's multi-layered and it's multi-dimensional. So, just saying. Yeah, there's lots of people waking up. Is it Haviland? Got a bit of dyslexia, so there's lots of positive things happening. That's what I mean. People want to focus on the negative. People could say, well, you're focusing on the negative because you talk about certain things with the... No, I have done. I don't constantly go on about the children, this, that and the other. That's all happening, and there's people doing marches and all that, and that's great because that's their awakening and that's how they're doing it. People say, oh, I feel like I'm doing nothing. Like, I shout out on air. People go on marches, people have other platforms. You don't have to have a platform to be doing this, you just have to be holding space. And if you've spoke to family, just know you've spoke to them now, you've planted the seeds. It's all different and everyone's on a different journey. So I don't feed into all that bull crap at all with the whole that timeline thing, because I don't. Like I said, I'll talk about the truth, but I know we'll go on a positive timeline. So I don't talk about, I could sit here constantly. There's a lot of people who class themselves as truthers, yeah. I could say a few names, but I'm not going to bother. And they slag Q off, they slag a lot of things off, or even if they're into it, they'll still put fear out of oh, you better make sure you've got this in, and, you better like the FEMA and the New World Order, and they'll still talk about the New World Order, and it's like, why are you screaming and shouting about it? It's not where we're going. We will go there if everyone goes that way. That's why you want you in fear. So when you all go that way, obviously, we're going to stay in their timeline that they want us in, with the New World Order coming in, because you're going to go in fear and bow down. But people say people are bowing down to Trump. No, we ain't bowing down to Trump. He's just helping out. He's the foghorn out there. He is the person that's going to do it. He was manifested in. But it's still us, the people. He's not the saviour. We are. We're here to help. We're here to save ourselves. We're the superheroes when you wake up and smell the coffee and stop regurgitating all the other stuff. But like I said, I don't know if I finished reading that then. So where did I get up to? So, let me see. Oh, she's on one. Yeah, so we've got to be balanced in both realms. That is your physical self and your spiritual self. You can't be too in the spiritual and you can't be too in the physical. Left brain, right brain. You've got to be balanced in both. It's how it works. We work with a cosmos as well. Believe it or not, I would say the Bible's a book of the stars. Those celestial beings up there, planets, whatever you want to call them, dimensions, that's where energies come down to us, and we need to know how to get through, manipulate, move, transform. It's all about chemicals. Oh God, what's the word? Why it's got in my head? And that being the alchemist. Like I said, higher state of consciousness, love from ego, from judgment, and so on and so forth. But we're all working towards that. You know, I still am. So with that, I am still learning to not fear. I'm not in fear. I'm just like, you know, people going, it's like, oh, I feel different things. But it's to observe. I can't even read my own writing. Yeah, to observe but be aware. The whole Great Awakening means be aware. It's not woke. Some people are woke but they're not awake. It's the awakening means awareness. So you're not in the wrong place at the wrong time. So it's about being aware so you can respond correctly and not get caught up in it all. Example, if you're going to go in a fake movement like Black Lives Matter or whatever they've been putting out, the gender ones and the religion ones, you're going to get caught up in all the fighting, because we all know the truth behind that. I'm not saying about Black Lives Matter because every life's matter, but not that that wasn't a good thing. But what the agenda that lies behind that is Antifa, pushed by Soros. So if you're getting caught up in that because you don't really understand what's going on, you think that's sort of the real, when it's an agenda from the left side, from all them lot, is you could be there at the wrong time and you could get hurt, and people have got hurt and people have got killed through that. We're in a civil war, and with the gender ones that go and all that stuff. So you've got to be aware so you're not going into things that are sort of like false flags, that you're going to end up getting hurt, because all these other people who were in it with the Antifa running around setting fires and all that they're doing, and all that you've seen, if you're looking in the right places, the proof's there if you're looking, getting caught up in all that because you've gone in anger like they have as well, but a lot of them are programmed and paid. You're going to get hurt because they're out to hurt people and they're out to destroy. So you have to be aware of knowing the right movements, like the movements that the movements that are going around now with the Q movements, because this is where the mainstream media are bullshitters, saying that they're the terrorists when they're not. They're doing peaceful marches about the kids, you know, save our kids, stuff like that. So we all know it's rubbish. So it's about being aware. You don't have to get caught up in it all. They want you to. That's why they push all the shit on the mainstream media. Yeah, you'll get hurt, like I said. That's what they want. That's killing people off and getting people hurt and in depression and on Big Pharma. That's what they want. That's their job. Who is they? Well, I would say they, because I was going they. I would say these are the Illuminati. I like to call them the Luma Donkey, the Deep State. I call them the No Faith, the Khazarian Mafia, the Jews who pretend the Jews that are not real Jews, the elites, the reptilians. Some people like to say, whether that's true or not, whatever. But you could say left-brained. They haven't got no empathy. They do not care. They have no creativity or nothing. Dark entities, dark energies, whatever you want to call it, because to me it's all the same. You know, those that are falling, those that are not in control anymore. The 1%ers, we are the 99%ers. They push this for division, to divide us, to get people hating, you know, like I said, with the Black Lives Matter religions, because it's all about race, religion and gender. That's how they try to divide us, and that's what's been happening. Can't see anything in chat yet. So you fight, you fear up, you know, you tear up your neighbourhoods, and all that sort of stuff, because that's what goes along with that side. And this could happen to you, like I said, if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, not understanding what's going on and sort of sitting with it and looking about and holding space and then waiting to react to the response, because they want you to react first when you're in anger. You know, and that, like I said, they're blocking the information back with Twitter and all that sort of stuff I was talking about before. It's a war on your mind. It's a war on your consciousness. It's a spiritual war. And that is what's happening. They're trying to keep people in the dark and feeding them with what they want, their agenda through the news. I'm through the papers, I'm through what you see on Google, because it doesn't matter what source of news it is, it's mainstream. Bits are coming out in mainstream, which is great. Like in the UK, you'll have seen Denise Welsh has been talking about stuff. There's been people talking out and they're getting shut down, especially by that dickhead Piers Morgan. You're a dickhead. I'm going to say that out loud. So while you're divided, the real... oh yeah, I was going to say, so why people get divided and all that, and screaming and shouting at each other instead of the people, you know, what we're supposed to be going after, that side of their stuff still thrives. So when people say to me, oh, you know, it doesn't really matter, it gets right up my nose, you know, nothing's going to change. Well, it is, because there's a massive, big lump in that carpet of deceit and everyone's tripping over it now like, what the hell's that? We haven't seen that before. No, because they kept brushing it under the carpet. And all the people who say they don't care, you're complicit to it all, to paedophiles, saying that you don't care. That's what I will say. You don't care. You would care if it was your child. I don't care as long as it's not happening to me. Really nice way of looking at it. The only way this stops is by exposing it, by the way, which is what Trump's doing, and Q, is by exposing it, no matter how much pain we all have to go through, because if we don't, it won't stop. It's stopped by being exposed, which is happening. Speaking out, not sitting down and shutting up and going, oh, it doesn't matter, it's always been happening, it's nothing new under the sun. Go away. Out about it, so we can collectively, worldwide, be aware and put a stop to it and have solutions for it, for all of it. We're stopping it, we're doing it. And that's where I say the people are going about, oh, nothing can be done, nothing. Well, it is being done. I don't know what you're looking at. You're feeding into mainstream media. It reminds me of the times when we had the book burnings, the witch burnings, so they say. All that was about knowledge and wisdom being shut down. You know, the book burnings, all that. Knowledge and wisdom being shut down, which is the same as now. Coming out to the masses, real history, art, artwork, literature, music, everything. Oh, there's lots of stuff they've tried to shut down because they don't want people knowing knowledge from way back from our true history. That's why they did the book burnings. The witch burnings were people of wisdom, spiritual teachers, whatever. The churches, when they came in under a different thing, wanted to shut them people up. They've tried to, for the future children, they've tried to tear down buildings, hide our histories from ages ago, then they build over them. Some people could say Tartarian, whatever. So history gets lost and then people don't know it as though that wasn't there before, because as the future moves on, things go, you know, like when you see old buildings, they disappeared, they're built on, it's not the world it was before. We losing our true history all the time. And that's what's happened, you know, and they just dumb down our children more and more, sexualise them and everything that they do. But like I said, but the flip side of all that is once you get through all that and you realise how things have been working, like I said, the UN were not good, Haiti Foundation's not good. There's a lot of charities out there that go under something and they are evil as, I'm not saying all of them because they're not, but they put a front up. It doesn't mean they don't do good things, because they do. But it's like, for instance, when they went over somewhere and built some huts and put water in, they someone filmed it and actually showed it. They only built 2 and then they went, where's all that money gone to? In their back pockets. So there's a lot, you know, it's multi-layered, there's loads of things. It's not just about the kids, it's not just about Zara, there's loads of stuff, but there's loads of good stuff coming. So this is what I'm saying again. When you see all this and you come out of the fear and stop tuning into too much of it and just realise where we're going is a lot of healing, and we all need healing. And that's what I'm going to carry on talking about on Mondays with Mind. Even talk about much of this stuff now, because a lot of it's done, especially with the Q stuff. I've been doing that for nearly 3 years. I can't keep regurgitating it. If people are new and they just come into my channel like, oh, can you talk about this, can you talk about, there's other people talking about that. I've done all that in all my other posts. I'm more in for the healing side of it because I need to do it for myself as well. Dolly, have you seen the protest outside Buckingham? Yeah, I've seen I've seen it all. I don't watch a lot of it because I know what's going on, and I know, and it's great, even though it's great, and that's why I say to people, well, something's going on and it's not a conspiracy, but I don't watch too much of it because to me it's needed, don't get me wrong, but that's needed by the people who feel like they want to do something as well. But what's coming is coming whether they like it or not. These others, the bads, it's coming anyway. They know this is why they're trying to push stuff out. So I'm pushing forward with myself of the things I want to bring in my reality now. That's why I'm not going to be on as much as I was, but I'm definitely coming on a Monday to do Mindset Mondays with other chats just to get you in a higher state of frequency for when we're moving forward. You might need to come over, just to be in a good vibration in chat, because people in chat are great and they will tell you that they felt alone, but people in the families are beginning to wake up now and they're seeing it. And 45 is in, which is 45th president, which was Trump. And then it was 18 before 19, which is JFK Jr. But where we can hold space for each other as we move forward with these weeks, months, and into the new year and a couple of years. I love talking to people, so I will still be here as long as I'm here, just to pump out some high vibrations, because that's what it's all about. And when you come through all this, you come to the truth of we are all energy and everything is energy. And it's what you do with it and how you respond and react to everything going on outside yourself. Tune back into yourself and then respond. So we are all where we are meant to be. Yeah, we are. Follow your inner standing, guide you. Yeah, exactly. Follow your inner standing when we're not understanding what's going on in 3D, because it's a lot of it's bullshit. Understanding, because they're over us. Inner stand. When you start to inner stand yourself, you'll understand what's going on around you. So I hope people who knew that I've come over understand what I'm talking about. It might not, like I said, if you're new to Q, just remember, don't get too caught up in the rabbit holes. You can look around, but don't stay down there because you'll get depressed. Just know, through all the shit that you're going to see in there and out there and over the next couple of months with people bloody losing their heads, could be committing suicide, there's people doing that. It's not nice, but I'm talking the truth. Hold strong, have faith. There are good people worldwide. There is more good. We're the 99%, they're the 1%. Don't forget, people have been blackmailed. People will get a second chance. People have been blackmailed when it was very strong with all this. There's all sorts of different things that have been going on. A lot of it looks confusing, but a lot of it is to wake people up. Even the shit that's going on with, we've got to stay in, there's a lot, there's loads going on. Also, I don't know. Something else. Oh, yeah. When you might hear people talking about energies or dimensions or extraterrestrials, just think of it like this. Heavenly, the heavens, the cosmos, the spirit world that's around us all the time. Heavenly, the objective is divine, holy, celestial, them celestial bodies, godlike, godly, angelic, sephiric, can't say it properly, celestial, cosmic, stellar, planetary, extraterrestrial. Other words for heavenly, just chucking that out there, well, they all mean the same thing. So that's why people get confused with different things that are going on. So I'm going to leave it there because I'm off to go and chill out. So I'm going to see what cards jump out. Like I said, we've had at the beginning, if you weren't in, we had, hi, whoever's just come in, I will come in a minute. We had cleansing, which we are all cleansing. Remember, this time is about looking at you and what you want to get rid of, the energies, which we'll be going through again on Monday. Benediction, which was the prayer or ask for healing, protection and healing from above. And Earth Force, because we are going to a new Earth way. And we are the force on Earth, so remember, we are very powerful. So just going to do this one before I go. So this was basically just to say thank you very much for the people who've come and subscribed, because I think I'm at 4,000 now, which is great, and that's due to Charlie Ward as well, but he's in YouTube prison at the minute for 7 days. So, like I said, on Monday it's normally at 9, because that's the divine time at 9. So, apart from that, I've got to do my work, more work on myself, get into what I want to bring into my reality. You know, I don't get too stuck up in watching a lot of stuff now because you've got to concentrate on your energy and stop looking at the outside. It's about being aware. So like I said, yeah, well, you can always catch up with it, you know, if you're not in live, but, you know, we will be talking about journaling on Monday, which is funny because I've just been doing a thing that was talking about journaling. Oh, by the way, journaling, the picture I got the other day with the energies, because I was triggered the other day, but it triggers you in, sometimes triggers you into good things. It doesn't mean it's bad. And then I got a sore knee, and then I do believe that was energy, and then I couldn't walk, and then the next day it was fine again. This one says, letting go of fear and ego. To let go is to fully flow in all that you truly are. Follow your bliss. A lot of people think, oh yeah, I've come for me, go, I've come for that, and then they get triggered again and something else comes up because it's a very triggering time. So this was the picture. I show a lot of pictures because I believe they hold energy and the frequency. So this is what came through me. I just blobbed a load of paint on and then turned them into flowers. And then there was this lady, there was a butterfly there, but I've not painted it in yet. So like I said, this was the energy I was feeling after I had a good old cry because I did get triggered. And I'll probably tell you a few things on Monday anyway about memory, remembering stuff. Me and my sister were talking about. But yeah, that was one of the energies from this week. For anyone that's new, I do a lot of art and stuff and make handmade jewellery and things like that I show on here anyway. But this was an art journal that I don't go in every day. It's just there. No, you haven't. You haven't ruffled my feathers, Dagon. I hope I haven't ruffled yours. I'm just saying we're not. When we go into the future now and talk about energies, we're not talking about old stale energies and that sort of stuff. That's what I'm saying because it doesn't manifest. So this is just one that I go in now and again. So for the people who are new, a lot of people have seen these before. I normally paint how I feel because I'm quite visual and a few words. So I art journal. So you should be able to see what's within me because it comes out on my subconscious comes on paper. This is my form of meditation. I did these ages ago. This artwork came out through me going through Q for the past 3 years. So if you think it's evil, you're wrong. And this one, and it's funny because this one I did way before I started seeing orbs. And it says, good thoughts bring, oh no, we hear your thoughts. Good thoughts bring good things because you attract what you are. And then this was just collaging, but it says, are you an empath? Yeah, that's why I get emotional. Star seeds, this one says. This one says breathe. I will be showing more of these because I think it's actually good healing and you can do it as well, and it does take you out. It takes your monkey brain away from the chitter chatter in the outside world, and it will calm you down if you just sit down with a brewing when you've got spare time. This was all collage. I drew this face and then this is all collaged in, and then a little bit of writing about the Akashic Records. Thank you. Yeah, I do have a thing for eyes. Everyone says that, but then again, the eyes are the windows to the soul. You know, when people are a bit evil, you only have to look at their eyes, and their eyes are very dark. It's like looking at them Democrats. Look at their eyes. You'll know someone's not right. Be your own light in the darkness and shine. Remember, these were done in about 2018 or something. I can't remember. Or last year or the year before. I don't know. Another one. Thank you, Annie. My nana was called Annie. And we were very close. This one's not finished. I was doodling on it, but didn't quite finish it. Another one. And this was a bit like a collage, and it was like a snake. You know, this is all the fear talking in your ear all the time. Fear, fear, like running away. Don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. This was one I did the other day this week as well. It just ended up like this. I've drawn this one, I've drawn this one, I've drawn all of that. And it says, past, present and future, that's why there's 3 women on it. Centre point is now. We're not focusing really on what's happened on the past, even though it's awful. or the future in such, even though we are, but it's about the now to get that future. So it says up and down emotions this week and triggers release so I can flow. I had my own triggers this week, you know. It's not like I don't get triggered or upset. But it released something. It released energy, so old stale energy, so new can come in and flow. So then it says, looking at in the past, present and future, in the now, letting ego know it's not in control anymore, you know, balance. So that's that. And then obviously the last one I've just shown you is that one. Get out in nature as well. It's very healing, very, very healing. So like I said, that one says, to let go is to fully flow in all that you truly are, meaning do the things that you love, not be listening to other people. This is so affirming. Thank you, Kat. I try. I just bring out just what I do. Right, 3 cards and then I'm going. But I will see you all on Monday at 9 o'clock UK time. Yeah. And I will be talking about art journaling, because if you want to get into it, it's very calming to the soul, and it'll calm you down over the next weeks and months coming in when you're seeing the world going crazy, and you can just stay in and just hone your energy in. Don't give it all away. Yes, it's therapeutic. It calms your mind when you've got all this crap going on with everything on the outside, with the mainstream media and everything like that, and people shouting and going on with themselves. So, yes. So, let's go. Ooh, right, one's just fell on the floor, so... because I wait for my cards to jump out, so... PM, not AM, no, PM. After I've got all my stuff out the way, my little one's in bed. Yes, I believe it's healing. That's why I like to show the pictures, because obviously, knowing about energy again, when I'm putting my energy on that and my intention, showing it to you, hopefully it helps looking at it. So, yeah. Grow strong like a tree, stay rooted and calm, and get those toes into the grass. Yes, do that. I do that in my garden. I walk around the house a lot now without slippers and stuff on. I've started doing that this year. I can't, even in the house. Oh, did someone say bye? Sorry, I'm just concentrating on my cards. So whoever went... Is it Cajun? Cajun? Is that how you say it? I don't know. Hi, everybody that's in. Danny, Jojo, Effie, Darren, Angela. I'll shout some names out before I go. Just one more card. I always do 3. Kendo. Lois. Cajun. Okay. First time for live card reading for me. Ah, Lordy. Fry bread. I love that name. Makes me laugh. So it's 10 p.m. there now. Trying to figure it out. Is it? Yeah, 10 past 10 it is here. That's why I'm going. I said half an hour. She says, come on, card. Oh, right. There it is. Right. So, you can call me by my first name. I don't do this for Tracy. Oh, Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Oh, yeah. I remember. I think might be the lady who left me the big long comment, which was Ace. Might have to read that out next week. So, the weight of the world. Oh, the weight of the world. That's what we feel like, don't we? We have felt like. The weight of the world, boundaries, let go, it's not yours to carry. This is what I'm trying to say about we're moving forward when we find all this out. And we're going to heal. So we're going to let that weight go. And you're also going to let your weight go of your past traumas, energies. You don't need it. It doesn't define who you are. I've said that before. Wait. It's not time. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. I like that one. Things are being woven. Putting things out there up in the cosmos will come down here. They're being woven in them timelines. And then the last one is, your life is a canvas. artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Now, especially to me, that's brilliant of what I'm trying to bring in, and got a bit of a trigger with it this week, and don't need to explain that, but that is beautiful. Your life is a canvas. It's up to you to paint your canvas. Artist, manifestation, I think you can draw what you want to bring in, you speak what you want to bring in, so on and so forth. Creative accountability. New earth web is being woven. Yes, it is. And you've got to hold that timeline and pump them positive vibes out. You've got to do the work as well inside. And me, I'm an artist. Yeah, there you go. So that's that message. So I'm going to go. I will see you on Monday. I hope all the newbies understood what I was saying. You know, it's not saying we're forgetting stuff, it's about being aware, but there is a lot of healing. I got told this in a dream. I can't remember if it was last year or the year before, vivid dream. And the earth was shiny, white, bright light to me, which is like a diamond. The earth is changing into a diamond like us, crystalline, shiny little light beings with a high state of consciousness. So, yeah. I don't want to, I have to. You all be blessed. Yeah, you all be blessed too. And hopefully I'll see you all on Monday where we can have another chat about, you know, pushing forward with healing, how we can heal through journals and some other things. It's just me bringing things, and some of you might like it and some of you might not, but it might help some of you get your mindset a little bit better. There's also something else I wanted to shout about, someone doing something on Facebook about drinks. I'll have to put that together next week. But basically, I say have lemon water in the morning, put lemon, fresh lemon in water, and then I didn't even think someone did it with, I've mixed zinc up and something else because it's alkaline. You need to be more alkalined. Fresh lemon with a big orange drink. Fresh lemon and a fresh orange in the morning. Wow, zingy, zingy, zingy. So I had that this morning. It was really nice. Go wild with some paint or play. Yeah, music, art, play, music, anything creative. Do that. That'll get you flowing more, and it'll keep you happy. So you've got to keep your vibes up, and that's doing what keeps you happy, not going with what they say. You know, being aware, but not like letting them steal your energy. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to steal your energy and put you in fear. So yeah, where we go one we go all. I'm not going to read everyone's names out because I need to go. I will next time. But thank you all the newbies for coming in. And you will find that my chat is a very friendly, loving chat. And you get to know people in chat and they'll talk to you and stuff. I get a bit shouty sometimes, like with that person before. So just know I do when I'm trying to explain things. Because remember, when I'm looking at chat, sometimes it comes across different. You could come across looking a bit trollified sometimes because it's different trying to speak out on here, trying to keep an eye on the chat and remembering what you're saying. And I don't normally read off anything. It was today and I couldn't even read and write. And I just normally get in the flow and start talking. That's why I talk fast to all the people who are quite rude and say, oh, she's talking fast. Oh, she's flicking her hair over on Charlie Ward. Doing this because my fringe falls in my face. Oh, you should tie it back. I'm not going to tie it back. It's me. It's my fringe. I talk fast when I'm in the flow. If you don't watch Laura Eisenhower, she's a bit like that. I need to slow it down a little bit. But I just think when people shout things like that out in a chat, oh, stop doing that with your hair. Stop talking fast. Why comment that? Comment on something good. Are you actually listening to what the person's saying? It could be distracting. I'm doing it now. So what? Listen to the message. Listen to the message. So anyway, I'll see you very soon. Keep vibing high. Don't get caught up in too much of it. And I will see you on Monday. So yeah, where we go when we go. Oh, bye.